Good afternoon, students. In the last video, we have discussed about iron carbon system. Iron carbon is nothing but an alloy of iron. Iron carbon system is very important because of its utility in engineering field. All know that steel and cast iron are the major material for construction of all structures. So in this video we will discuss about allotropic forms of iron. What is allotropic form? The material can exist in many phases. And due to these allotropic forms, various micro-constituents resulted during phase transformation. We will discuss about this because while we will discuss about the equilibrium diagram of iron carbon system, these terms are to be understood. So before discussing the equilibrium diagram of iron carbon system, I have already discussed about the phase transformation of a pure metal and an alloy and an eutectic system in the last video. Here, to make more clear or for the sake of clarity, I will discuss about how pure iron changes its structure as well as properties with change in temperature, that is allotropic forms of iron. So, iron is a soft and ductile metal. Melting point of iron is 1539 degrees centigrade. You all remember these temperatures because in iron carbon system, these temperatures have very important role. So remember, melting point of pure iron is 1539 degrees centigrade. It is an allotropic metal that it exists in different lattice structures. I have already told lattice structure BCC, FCC, HCP. So these are various lattice structures. And iron can exist in more than one lattice structure depending on the temperature. Its main allotropic forms are delta, gamma and alpha. So delta iron, gamma iron and alpha iron. Above 1539 degrees centigrade, iron is in liquid state. During cooling at 1539 degrees centigrade, if the iron is above 1539 degrees centigrade, it is in liquid form. So that liquid iron, when gets cooled at 1539 degrees centigrade, temperature remains constant. Though heat evolved, the temperature does not reduce till entire liquid iron solidifies and change to delta form having BCC structure. That means at 1539 degrees centigrade, liquid iron solidifies into solid iron. This solid iron is in BCC, body centered BCC structure, and This iron is known as delta iron. So delta iron BCC structure, you remember. So next, when the total amount of iron solidifies, its temperature starts reducing from 1539 degrees centigrade to 1404 degrees centigrade. So once the total liquid iron converted to delta iron, again its temperature reduced, and at 1404 degrees centigrade the reduction of temperature freezes. That means again another phase transformation take place and the temperature remain constant till the entire iron changes its phase, that is from delta iron to gamma iron. So at 1539 degrees centigrade, liquid iron converted to delta iron. At 1404 degrees centigrade, delta iron converted to gamma iron. Gamma iron is of FCC structure and it is non-magnetic. So next, when the entire delta iron converted to gamma iron, its temperature start reducing from 1404 degrees centigrade to 910 degrees centigrade. At 910 degree, again the change in temperature gets freezed. That means the metal is at constant temperature for certain time, that is at 910 degree. At this temperature, gamma iron is transferred to alpha iron. So three allotropic form, one is delta iron, next is gamma iron, next is alpha iron. So at 1539 degree, delta iron occurs. At 1404 degrees centigrade, gamma iron occurs. And at 910 degrees centigrade, alpha iron occurs. This alpha iron is of BCC structure. So alpha iron is non-magnetic up to 760 degrees centigrade. This is wrongly written as gamma iron. This is BCC structure. Alpha iron is non-magnetic up to 768 degrees centigrade. At 768 degrees centigrade, alpha iron does not change its structure. It remains at BCC structure, but its magnetic property changes. And below 760 degrees centigrade, though it is alpha iron, but it becomes highly magnetic. The same transformation is shown through the graph. You can see at 1539 a horizontal line is there. That means temperature is fixed for certain time till the solidification completes. Again at 1404 degree, another horizontal line where delta iron transferred to gamma iron. Again at 910 degrees centigrade, gamma iron changes to alpha iron, for which that is a horizontal line. Again at 768 degree, alpha iron becomes magnetic. So this is the cooling curve which shows the allotropic transformation in iron. So next, as we have discussed, these allotropic forms are due to phase transformation. So in that case, we have discussed the phase transformation of pure iron, where only the structure of iron get changed and magnetic properties and lattice structure changes. In case of iron carbon system, during casting, heat treatment, metal forming, or when the alloy solidifies from liquid state, grain formation takes place. During these metallurgical processes, phase transformation takes place. Due to this phase transformation, various microstructures developed and properties of the alloy changes. Similar to pure iron. In pure iron, the properties changes with phase transformation. We have already discussed the allotropic forms of iron, those because of phase transformation. Here also, in case of iron and carbon system or for the alloy, due to the phase transformation, various microstructures developed and the properties of the alloy changes. When melted alloy allowed to cool from liquid phase at different rate of cooling, the rate of cooling also matters for alloys. The following micro-constituents are formed. Some important micro-constituents are discussed here because these constituents will reappear in iron-carbon equilibrium diagram. So, you have to remember the names and the temperatures and its properties. So, first one is austenite. Austenite is the solid solution of ferrite and iron carbide. All are iron and carbon, but depending on the structure, the composition, they are of various micro constituents. So, austenite is nothing but a solid solution of ferrite and iron carbide in gamma iron. It is soft and non-magnetic, and this solid solution carries maximum 1.8% carbon at 1130 degrees centigrade. With temperature, the percentage of carbon content also varies. Austenite can carry maximum 1.8% carbon at 1130 degrees centigrade, and below 723 degrees centigrade, austenite cannot exist. It changes into pearlite and ferrite. So, what is ferrite? Ferrite is a BCC phase of iron in which very small amount of carbon can be dissolved. It is purest form of iron and is very soft, ductile but highly magnetic. If you are not able to remember the properties, at least remember the name of the microconstituents and the temperatures. So next is cementite. Iron carbide. It is a very hard and brittle interstitial compound of iron and carbon. It has high compressive strength and low tensile strength. It is magnetic below 200 degrees centigrade. So, cementite is very hard. Next microconstituent is ladeburite. It is an eutectic mixture of austenite and cementite. It is formed at around 1130 degrees centigrade and carries 4.3% carbon. So you just remember the names and know that these are the micro constituents which remain in different forms, though they are composed of iron and carbon. Because of the form, the phase, their properties vary, their lattice structure vary. So even if you are not able to remember all the structures, you just remember the name and the temperature. Next is pure light. So somewhere the microconstituent is a solid solution. Here it is the mechanical mixture of ferrite and cementite. So pure light is a mechanical mixture of ferrite and cementite. It is produced by decomposition of austenite through an eutectic reaction. Steel with 0.8% carbon converted to fully pure lightic structure. Fully pure lightic structure means alternate layer of ferrite and cementite. So this steel with 0.8% carbon is known as eutectoid steel. So these will come in iron carbon diagram. So you remember eutectoid steel percentage of carbon is 0.8%, and this eutectoid steel is fully converted into pure light. And steel with less than 0.8% carbon is known as hypoeutectoid steel, and having more than 0.8% carbon is known as hypereutectoid steel. So with 0.8% carbon is known as eutectoid steel, and less than 0.8% is hypoeutectoid steel, and more than 0.8% carbon is known as hypereutectoid steel. Other important microconstituents are bainite, martensite, tustite and sorbite. These microconstituents resulted during heat treatment of steel, and these microconstituents will be discussed during heat treatment process. So now you remember specifically austenite, pure light, ledeburite, cementite and ferrite, because these microconstituents will reappear while we will discuss about iron carbon equilibrium diagram. If you understand the cooling curves, the phase change with temperature change as well as the constituent change, then it will be very easy to understand iron carbon equilibrium diagram. That is why I have discussed these two videos before going to discuss about iron carbon equilibrium diagram. So in the next video I will discuss about the iron carbon equilibrium diagram.